Hello again, guys and girls, the GOW3 community. Welcome back to another GOW3 gameplay commentary. Today you're watching a fairly average gameplay on Gridlock again. Recently I haven't really been getting that many commentary or gameplays to do commentaries because I've just been I haven't been playing GOW3 as much. I've been getting a little burnt out on it, and League of Legends is kind of taking over my gaming life quite a lot, just because I've really gotten into League of Legends with my team recently. You know, me, Khaled, Reddin and Fruz, we've all been really enjoying it as friends recently, and it's kind of pulled me away from Gears of War, and probably for good reason, else I'd be completely burnt out on it by now. But I'm still trying to get these gameplays, I'm still trying to make the commentaries for you guys, but that's just why I haven't been uploading as frequently as I usually would. Like, I usually get 2 or 3 videos out a week, while now I've just been getting like 1 maybe. But once Judgment comes out, it will be plenty of videos will roll out. It's just as the first week or 2 comes around, I might not be able to do that many for you guys because I'll be scrimming tons, I'll be playing with my team tons, I'll be working things out, talking with them, and that will take up most of my time. Maybe I'll be able to get about 1 or 2 videos out in the first week or 2, but like as I said, that's what I'll be doing loads. And I won't really want to upload scrims because if we're doing secret new strats and stuff, I don't really want other teams to know. Like, I wouldn't really care if it was a game like Gears of War 3, because by now everybody knows all the strats that work, everybody knows all the strats that are different, and when you see something being played against you, you know what to expect, but it's still a surprise strat. Whereas if you were to do a surprise strat at EGL, I think it's 9, when the game, just after the game comes out, when everything's new, people won't really know how to counter it, and that's what I want to keep secret. But anyway, guys, going into the subject of this commentary, I really want to talk about my experience on Gears of War 3 as a gamer. Now, my kind of story on Gears of War 3 has been really kind of varied. Throughout the years, I played loads of games and I had loads of different stories. One of the major ones for me was Red Dead Redemption. My kind of story with that was becoming one of the best players on the game, even though it wasn't really a competitive game. It didn't really have a competitive feel. I really did get really good at Red Dead Redemption. I'm not sure how many people know that, but I was like number 5 or something on the leaderboard, and like at least 3 of those people who were above me had cheated for it. And so it was really hard to tell who was good on that game, because leaderboards on any game tend to not mean much, because, you know, they're usually based off of strange things like how much you've played the game. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I need to talk about my Gears of War 3 story now. I also want to know about your Gears of War 3 stories, by the way, guys. And what I mean by this is a story of like what your experience with Gears of War 3, what highlighted the most for you? What was the big events of your things? Who did you meet? You know, which friends have you met on Gears of War 3 which you've ended up being like really good friends with ever since, and you know, you're happy to keep playing with them and keep talking to them all the way through? For me, it started off when the beta came out, and I was playing with my college friends. And my college friends at the time were all around the same level. I mean, well, I say that, there was like 1 guy who's at the same level as me, and then there was 2 guys who really weren't. They were really terrible at it, but we tried to encourage them to play it at the time. But yeah, we were kind of average, maybe a little bit below average. You know, the general mindset of the average player. You know, we thought we were a lot better than we were. We thought we could just like be the best players on the game. Had no idea what being a pro gamer was. Had no idea what EGL, MLG were. You know, all there was ranked and quick match, and that's all that existed in our minds. And for that, you know, you play every day, you get put against other players, you don't really think about their skill level. All you think about is the fact that you're getting like 20 kills and 0 deaths, and you don't really think about the fact that you're playing really bad players, but you think you're like really amazing at the game. That's what I was in that kind of era, and the beginning of Gears of War 3 all the way up until like the new year of 2012, I think it was, when Gears of War 3, just before Gears of War 3 came out, or just after Gears of War 3 came out, rather, 2012 rolled in. And those first few months, including the beta as well, that was when I first started recording for YouTube and stuff, and I had an old YouTube channel, and I posted a bunch of montages and stuff like that. And back in those days, I was really kind of went with the kind of crowd, as it were. I really had that kind of crowd mindset. You know, Sword Off's newbie, Lancer's newbie, kind of hard aims newbie. You must hip fire and wall bounce to be good at the game and that kind of thing. And I was really kind of with the general sort of things, especially with the YouTube side of things. A lot of people just kind of think, oh yeah, you have to be good at the game, all you have to do is wall bounce and hip fire, and that's the only way you can be good at the game. And if you do anything else, you're a noob. And for a long time, that was my general thinking. Until I came into the competitive era, which was when I eventually kind of started getting a little bit better at the game, started realizing that the fact is, when you're playing a game, all that matters is what works, and you can't complain about something. You can't complain about something like hard aiming if that's going to be better than what you do. Steam training, oh yeah, you get blown away. Maybe you get a few kind of lucky kills when you're sprinting directly into people, but most of the time it doesn't work. You know, wall bouncing everywhere, most of the time it doesn't work against good players. So you have to, like, I started realizing that's what you had to accept, especially when I joined the GOW forum. But when I was in the GB era, that lasted about like 6 months, the first 6 months of 2012, I was really in between. Like, I wanted to keep that mindset, but I didn't really want to stay in that mindset. So I was really kind of in between. I was still trying to get into YouTube, putting out montages, putting out episodes, things like that. And eventually I joined the GOW forum. That's when my kind of thought process about the game really changed, and I met my team, and I'm so thankful that I went competitive on this game. I'm so thankful that I went to EGL8. It was definitely like the major changing point for me as a gamer, and I'd suggest it to anyone. But that's what really changed Gears of War 3 from average experience to like a special experience for me. Not the people I met necessarily, but like the kind of way it changed for me, turning into a professional competitive gamer. But like, that's my basic experience. So I want to know what's special for you guys. Like, who did you meet? What did you do? Did you become a YouTuber for the first time? Did you meet really good friends for the first time? What was your experience? But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye.